All right, so I've talked about it for a while. Now you should try it. Okay. The best thing that you could do is to actually draw what you see around you. And if you can afford a sketchbook or you have a sketchbook, I would just get a sketchbook, some pencils, and just carry it with you wherever you go and just do sketches of people around you. If you have like a younger sibling or you have you go to like a baseball game or something like that, you can draw all the athletes, particularly drawing athletes and stuff works really well because usually they have really cool like poses and stuff, and you can work from that. That would be better. It's better practice, but you might find it easier to use this website. I find this one works really well. It's line of action, so if you just click on that, it'll bring you to this, and they have these organized. So like this one's really nice. If you're not good at drawing feet, hands and feet, you should totally do this, right? If you're not good at something, those are the things that you should do, not the things that you already know how to do. I find that students generally try to avoid areas that they feel uncomfortable in, and you should do the opposite. We're just going to do figure drawing. Now in here, it'll give you a bunch of different options. So we could do all models, only nude models. I'm going to do only covered models just because I'm making a video and I don't want it to whatever. But I generally suggest doing all models. Nude ones are good because it gives you a sense of anatomy, but sometimes the clothed ones are good because it gives you practice with clothes as well. We'll do all genders is fine. All ages, I think, is fine as well. Um, or I'm going to do just portrait because I'm crossed here, but generally I would keep that the same. Then they have this. So you can do it for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes, blah, blah, blah. You can also do class mode. What class mode does is it will start off with, you can see it here. Because if you were in a drawing class, typically what they'll do in the drawing class is start off doing like quick drawings and then they'll do longer ones until you finish with like your longest one. The idea is to like, it's almost like doing a warm up, in sports. I'll just do standard interval for right now, and I'm just going to do 2 minutes, but 30 seconds would be fine. I just want to do it longer so I have time to talk while I'm doing it. And then you're just going to hit start. Now it's going to give you a drawing. This one's okay. I'm just going to skip till I get something a little bit more interesting. Uh, um, I'll just go with this one. That way it's a full body thing. Okay. So then what you're going to do, I'm just have a credit up here. But like I said, I would just do this on paper. I'm not collecting this. This is just for you to do. So I'm just going to look at what I have there and then just try to like quickly just generally get, you know, an idea of the pose as fast as I can. Okay. So something like that. Okay. Now I have a basic foundation, kind of squiggly drawing it. I got the basic idea of it. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start working over the whole thing here a little bit. Okay. And I'm just trying to get a more, rough idea of what we want. And I'm kind of trying to basically, I'm going to draw more of the figure underneath than, I don't know what that sound was, than, still recording, right? Yeah, okay. Um, and then I'll go through and, do the other parts. So I'm looking at this, and there's definitely some proportion issues. I'm just gonna go a little bit tighter, and I'm just going to more or less try to, now I'm gonna try to like more tie things down. It's kind of hard with the pen, honestly. This is easier on paper. I highly suggest you using paper instead. Um, but I'm going to use this sort of as a guide. Also, if you slightly exaggerate what's here, that's also fine too. This is using this as a guide. Obviously having I'm going to pause it. Well, look at see, I'm like using the full amount of time. Um Obviously you want to try and maintain accuracy as much as possible just because it'll force you to have better hand-eye coordination and accuracy in general. But in actuality, you'll see that most people do a slight bit, if not like a ton of exaggeration. So yeah, the pen quality on this is not the best I've seen. Um, okay, so hopefully you get a rough idea. And then right, it's not the greatest. His legs are too short and stuff like that. But I just want to give you a rough idea. So it's just something basically like that. So you just kind of work off kind of squiggles, then sort of like, work over the entirety of the figure, and then, start like tying it down. And then, then you can start going through and like, you know, getting like hands and things accurate, and then maybe I'll like put a little more attention to the cloth, and you know what I'm saying? Um, and then you can kind of go through. But hopefully I didn't get the twist on this way, did I? This is more this way. Um, right? And then, you can start shading and things like that. But that sort of thing. All right. So hopefully that was informative. I would when I was in school for hand drawn animation, we had assignments every week, like do a ball roll, do a ball bounce, do, a character jumping, the flour sack. But on top of that assignment we would get every week we had to do 100 gesture drawings. That was just we just turned those in as well. So that was just expected. When I was at school for my grad, if you were doing 2D animation, they would make you take gesture drawing for animators, which is actually the first class I ever taught. And they made you take it every semester. So on top of all your other classes, that class you always took, because it's so important to like just the foundational, drawing, and building up from there. So hopefully this was informative. Definitely try to incorporate this into your work if you can.